Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Now, I often talk about freedom, and it's kind of a buzzword, isn't it, for older women, that when we get to be older, we get to be free finally. And I've talked about freedom from things that we are not particularly looking to hold on to, freedom from toxic friends, freedom from relationships that don't make us happy anymore, freedom from from work issues or challenges in the workplace that we've been trying to release ourselves from for years, freedom from the emotions of fear and guilt and regret, and freedom from things that hold us back on every level, fear of aging. And freedom from those things is, I think, a key component of getting older. And then there's the freedom to do the things you want, go the places that you want to go, and spend the time with individuals and people and places that bring you joy, that bring you happiness. So it's that kind of freedom from, freedom to dance that is kind of our gift that we give to ourselves as we get older. And I'm certainly embracing it. I went to the charity shop yesterday and I bought this top. And it's probably the most floral thing that I've ever purchased, but I just thought these colors were so pretty. And here's the secret: it doesn't even fit me properly. It's way too tight, but I figured, hey, this is good. This is a good look, and I really love it. And I think I'm going to just maybe put some things in the side to make it a little bigger, or just shrink. I can go in that shrinking machine that we all plan to go into. Anywho, but the topic here is really what does freedom look like after 60? And it's not the freedom from those things that I mentioned and freedom to do those things that I talked about. It's really not. It's about not running away from who you are. It's about being comfortable with the woman that you have decided is going to take you through this chapter, this maybe last chapter. And it's about settling yourself down, setting into yourself without apology. It sometimes comes in the moments that I described when you're making a decision to separate from someone or do something dramatic, freedom from something, or deciding to do something for the first time, freedom to. But it's more of a settling in a quiet moment. And that's what I want to talk about today. Those quiet moments where we just suddenly realize that we're okay, that everything's fine, that we're free to enjoy these quiet moments, these moments of beauty, when we wake up to realize that we are who we choose to be. We don't have to be something for anyone else anymore. That is, for me, is the freedom that we experience when we wake up and say, okay, yes, on one level, no alarm clocks, no rush, no scheduled work experience, if that's what you're still doing. But it's more that you get to set the pace. And you get to do the things that you want to do. And it's more that empowerment that I think is so powerful that comes along with freedom. It's not the actual act or the decision, but it's the actual act of empowerment. That it's just basically, it is wearing whatever you want. It is going wherever you want. But it's not going to the place or buying the top. It's that thing that happens in your brain that says, you are free. Truly free to give yourself permission to rest, to run, something in the middle, to start something new again. It's more, I'm really talking more about the psychological shift that happens when you make that decision to embrace what freedom looks like and feels like and acts like and is as you get older. Guilt, not feeling it anymore. And it's not the fact that you've stopped feeling guilty, it's the fact that you gave yourself permission to do it. That in your mind you just surrendered something. You surrendered to the woman that you always wanted to be. No, I'm not saying that it's perfect, that you're there, like you switch the button on 60 and suddenly you're there, or 65 or 70 or 80 or whatever. It's not like that. It's a moment that comes in a quiet moment when you truly realize that you are in control. Now, this links to something that we've talked about a few times before, but it's become so vibrant and clear to me over the last few months. And I've shared some of this with you, partly my health issues where made me realize that, no messing around anymore. This is no time for messing around. I've got to do things to get my health back in shape. I've got to, take care of my physical reality. I've got to change my living situation, and I've talked a little bit about that. But it's like no messing around anymore. This is like for real, and this is what freedom really is. It's that acceptance that this is it. Okay, we can do this. By the way, the sun is just so brilliant this morning. I hope it's not too shiny. I can see it shining on my body, but it's really lovely. It's a summer day. Anyway, but it's basically permission to give yourself the freedom to give yourself permission. You've been holding back all these years, trying to please other people, maybe a partner, maybe friends, maybe work, whatever. But you've been doing it for somebody else and not for you. And the thing I was going to mention there that sort of pulled it all together for me was this crazy book by Mel Robbins. And I know that many of you have read it. Many of you are reading and know about it. You don't even need to read the book, to be honest. It's like basically 2 words of advice that you just do it. And that's let them. Let them. If your family is shifting and you're not as close to them as you were before, and you don't maybe agree with some of the things that friends are doing or family are doing, and you don't, and even if it's hurting them in some way that you genuinely can see, that you have to let them. You just have to let them, and let them live their life. Let them play it out, because that's what happened to you. You played yours out. You played it out making mistakes. You bumped, you scraped your knees, you picked up, you kept moving. You cried because, I shouldn't have done that, or that was the most ridiculous decision I ever made, or whatever. You got through it. Somebody let you. Now, in my case, and this is where it gets emotional for me, is that in my case, I didn't have a mom. I didn't really have anybody who cared what I did when I was 16, 17, 18. Not that my mom didn't care. I didn't mean that in the way it sounded, but she was so busy dying. And I mean that in a harsh way in some ways, but it was her. I had to let her. It was like, let her die. And she did. And it was very, very hard for me. I was young. Many of you have been through similar situations. But I think it was just that I didn't have anybody to say, don't do that, or, let's put some boundaries around that, or you're sure you want to be doing that, or going there, or living there, or seeing that person. Nobody was there to tell me that. So everybody let me. I had the ultimate in a situation. I let them was my mantra. I could do anything I wanted. So I had to create this kind of inner compass, which was I don't know where it came from, to be honest, but probably from my mom, probably from my family, but I think it was more than that, and I can't really put my finger, looking for fingers to put on things. Like, what was it that helped me to keep a kind of a straight and, well, not narrow. I mean, I certainly tried stuff, and it wasn't like I didn't live an interesting life, but I didn't have anyone telling me, don't do that, or my advice is, don't do that, or it was nothing like that at all. By the way, this top feels so good. It's like a silky material. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, as I said, it's just giving yourself permission to not only do the freedom things, but be the freedom things. Feel that like no one can tell you what to do anymore. Even if your parents are around, or you still got, I know a lot of us are on our own now. You got to just, in my opinion, this is just me, chatting to myself kind of, is this let them do what they need to do, and let you. This is the thing that Mel Robbins actually talks about, is the second part of it, is that let them and then let you do the things you want. And that is freedom. It's no longer trying to be perfect. It's no longer trying to be the little girl that your daddy or mama always wanted you to be. It's about you being you. Anyway, I've rambled a bit, but I guess it's just, I was trying to, in my own mind, clarify what freedom means as you get older. And it means more than the freedom to and freedom from. It's just freedom to be. What do you think? Hey, come join us on Patreon. I keep talking about it now because it's important that you know about it. Our supporters group has now got chat rooms, and we've got 10 little rooms on topics from hobbies to pets to travel to beauty to meditation and well-being. They're like little chat areas. They're chats. They're not videos where you can come and just talk. It's like a little, like a very expansive Facebook, more with more specialized areas of conversation. But 60andMe has got their own little group now on Patreon. So it's patreon.com/60andMe. And we do live shows and all kinds of other things too. So it's all part of the supporting 60andMe and helping us, and at the same time helping you to have fun and talk and meet people. And people are getting together in real life, which is amazing and so, so lovely. But anyway, that's just something to remember, my parting notes. But appreciate you here. Thank you so much for your time and listening. And leave me some comments on what freedom means to you, how you've manifested in your life as you've gotten older. And I know that I value your feedback all the time. So stay well, everybody. Go gently into this world, and we're on the journey together, side by side, holding hands. Take care.